Hello everyone and welcome to today's video where I'll be looking at my memory RAM tests in Space Marine 2. I'll be showcasing a total of 9 different RAM profiles, those being the Mr. Forgot to enable his XMP, 4 XMP profiles with the bonus for 3 of them, and lastly my tuned profile. For the bonus XMP profiles, I'll be referring them to tweaked, as they essentially have a few manually tweaked timings which help improve gaming performance. Anyone can literally do this as long as they have Hynix RAM, and you can see this in CPU-Z. This little bonus is all thanks to Yaps, as he provided a really helpful DDR5 OC guide. Be sure to check it out if you're interested. For my system specs, you have the ones shown on the screen. For these benchmark runs, set the game to 720p full screen using DLSS or FSR to ultra performance on the low preset, but for the final settings, be sure to leave them to max. The test will be at the start of the game without doing any movement. Wait for this text to show up, and the moment it goes away, capture the frame rate for 3 minutes. And lastly, make sure the game is not prioritizing the cores. This can sometimes be fixed by alt-tabbing out of the game for a few seconds. Onto the results, starting with the XMPs oh wait, we're forgetting Mr. JDEC. Moving on, looking at this graph, there doesn't seem much going on with it, and it seems to scale linearly. However, for every bump of 400 mega transfers, the performance is only improved by about 1 to 2%, which is very little, so when it comes to memory scaling, it seems rather poor. Ignoring Mr. Forgot his XMP, the worst result compared to the best result is only about 5 FPS, and that is just a little below 4%. The same goes for the 1 and 0.1 percentile, just a very stable increase. But as you can see, even if you're running on a slightly slower RAM, you won't be missing out much on this one, unless... oh wait, no, unless you're against someone who manually tweaked the timings I mentioned earlier. With these timings, the slowest Hynix, the 6000, is now even surpassing the almighty 6800 XMP by about 2 frames. These timings improve the frame rate by about 7 frames, which is quite a decent bump, just a little above 4%, and we don't even have a fully tuned RAM. Now looking at the 6800, it is improved by about 5 frames, which is quite okay as well, being just a little above 3% difference. And once again, we aren't even touching any voltages or tweaking clock speeds from the CPU. This is purely just from RAM timings. Now, if we add my tuned profile, which does touch voltages, we now reach an average of 156, nearly reaching a 10% difference from the 6000 XMP, and just a little above 6% coming from my RAM's XMP. Which, I'll be honest, taking 10 years to reach this when a minute can get you here, it hits the heart, man. It's only about a 3% performance increase for so much more work. With nothing else to highlight from me, my final verdict on this memory RAM scaling is a C. The memory RAM simply doesn't scale all that much, but it also doesn't scale too little. I hope you found these tests useful for you, and hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more memory RAM scaling tests, be sure to leave a comment, and if you're feeling generous, you can also donate on my Ko-fi page too. Thanks for watching.